I would like to tell you a story. About a year and a half ago, a Fortune 500 company, which we will call Spacely Sprockets, decided to set the benchmark goal of becoming a net carbon zero firm by 2030. When the announcement was made, everyone was excited by the idea. People were happy to be doing something good for the environment. Others were excited for potential new opportunities. People wanted to help in any way they could. Employee motivation was very high. The initiative started with great passion, excitement, engagement, and a great deal of motivation. And this phenomenon is not just unique to Spacely Sprockets. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR for short, improves employee commitment and organizational performance. CSR is a management principle where companies focus on contributing to societal goals such as carbon zero emissions or environmental sustainability. One study looks at the firms in UK and Korea and the effect of CSR on employee motivation. They found that in both cultures, CSR positively affected employee motivation, albeit for different reasons in each culture. In Korea, these initiatives appealed to their need for affiliation, whereas in the UK, it appealed for their need for achievement. Another study from Potsdam University of Economics had similar findings. They found a positive relationship between CSR and employee organizational commitment and performance. So, what about spaceless sprockets? In the beginning, the employees on the project were tasked with data gathering and feasibility studies. They met daily for months to go over data and needs to reach the net zero goal. Employees were working extra hours to accomplish assigned tasks. On the outset, motivation was very high. It seems obvious and intuitive to us that people are more inspired by this kind of pro social messaging. A large amount of research in the last 10 to 15 years does find a strong positive correlation between employee engagement and motivation around firms' CSR initiatives. This is a great thing. I mean, being more efficient with natural resources and conserving energy is a good thing. Not only that, in many instances, it can help us reduce costs for a firm, thus increasing profits. Profits. And why stop there? These initiatives are great public relations and marketing materials for firms. Maybe these CSR projects won't cut costs, but a great marketing campaign will drive incremental demand and ultimately revenue, which will lead to increased profits. Seems like a win win, doesn't it? But it's not so clear cut.
A Harvard Business Review article published last year challenged the conventional wisdom on how to motivate employees on sustaining commitment to a CSR initiative.
The study split people into three groups: one who was told the bunding was for environmental conservation, a pro social approach; one who was told it was for cost savings, an instrumental approach; and the final group was given mixed messages. The study found that the instrumental reasoning was the most effective in changing behavior. The purely pro social messaging was the least effective.
Employees are often skeptical when the feel good messaging seems disingenuous. So, where's Spacely Zero Carbon Initiative at a year and a half later? Motivation for the net zero goal has deteriorated. One of the Spacely employees said, over time, the communication began to slack, eventually coming to almost nothing. In fact, within the last 3 months, we have discussed our task and objective one time. What this employee said next gets right to the heart of the problems in pro-social or mixed pro-social and instrumental messaging. Was this announcement genuine, or was it to gain notoriety for setting a goal that may or may not be achieved? We may have disclosed the net zero goal for financial reasoning and to give perception that we are an environmentally reasonable company. Whatever the reason, it will be hard to get people excited again for this goal. In short, even though all intentions may have been good from organizational leadership, employees question the company's motive. Trust is essential to sustaining motivation and commitment to organizational change. If employees do not trust that their leaders are telling the truth or they suspect mysterious motives, they will not sustain commitment to change. Human motivation is extremely complicated and it is certainly not one dimensional. We should always be careful not to jump on the latest bandwagon. Pro social messaging is not always bad or ineffective, and it must always be honest. And there should be a history of honesty in the organizational culture. If there's a clear financial company benefit to a CSR initiative, then the messaging should be stick with that. If the benefit and desire truly is pro-social, then stick with that. But mixed messaging and mixed benefits erodes clarity and trust. And we should always give our employees the respect to be straightforward and upfront when we ask them to change their process or to produce more or work harder.